Hello everyone, welcome back to Software Testing with Ri. In today's practical video, we'll break down one of the most useful concepts in SQL, which is joins. We'll be using two tables, students and courses, to make learning easy and practical. You'll learn what each join type does, how to write query, and most importantly, what output to expect. So let's get started. Let's first create two tables for our joins lecture. So first we'll create students table. So let's write create table students, and we are going to include three columns, which is student ID, of type number, then student name of type varchar2, length 50, and lastly course ID in which students are enrolled of type number. And let's run this. So our table is created. Let's insert data into this. So we'll write insert into students values and then enter the values. So we'll write student ID 1, name is Alice, and the course ID in which this student is enrolled is 101. And then let's copy this and add 3 more students. And let's say the second student ID is 2 and the third student ID is 3 and the last one is 4th. And now let's update their names. Let's call the second student as Bob, third student Charlie, and fourth student Diana. Now let's say the first student is enrolled in the course with course ID 101, the second one in 102, and the third one in 103. And we don't have information about the course in which Diana is registered, so we'll write nulls, which is user defined null. So let's run this. So our information is added or data is stored in our table. So let's check out the data. So we write select start from students, and let's run this. So you see we have 4 students, their names and the course IDs in which they're enrolled. Now let's create one more table called courses. Let's copy this and so we'll create a table called courses, and there are like 3 IDs, 3 columns to it. One is course ID, and then the course name, and lastly its instructor name. The instructor, and then let's say the type for course ID is number. For course name it's varchar2 of length 50, and for instructor it's also varchar2 of length 50. So let's run this to create our courses table. So our table is created. Now let's add information about 3 courses. So we'll write let's remove this and let's write courses, and so now we'll add information into our courses table. So let's say the course ID is 101, 102, 102 and 104. And let's say the name of the course is SQL Basics, and name of the instructor is Dr. Rao. Sorry. And let's say the second course name is Python, and the name of the instructor is Professor Roy. And let's say the third course name is Statistics. And name of the instructor is Dr. Singh. So now let's run this, and let's first change this select statement for course. So let's run this. So we'll insert data, and then it will also run the select command. So we'll get the, you see, we got the information about all the data that is stored in our course table. So now we'll start working on our joins one by one. So the first join that we are going to look is inner join. So what it basically do is, whenever we apply inner join, it returns only the rows that match in both tables. Returns only the rows that match in both tables. Also, it excludes the unmatched records from either side. So it excludes unmatched records from either side. And it is used when you want only the valid matches, like whose student is enrolled in which course, or like whether the courses exist or not. So let's write inner join query. So we'll write select star from students as. So we are going to see the information from all the students, and then we'll write S is written just for aliasing. Then we'll apply inner join, and on our courses table, and what we have in common is our course ID, which is available in both tables. Like students table has course ID, and course table has course ID. So we will apply on course ID. So we'll apply inner join courses, for short form we'll write C, and then we'll write on s dot course ID equal to C dot course ID. And what we expect from this is, like we have two students that are enrolled in 102 and 101, and we have courses 101 and 102. So we are expecting to get information about Alice and Bob, and Charlie and Diana will be excluded. So let's run this. So you see, we got Alice, information about Alice and Bob, and this is the inner join. So we have course ID column 1 and 2, where this is repeated because we applied a join along this column, and we have information about like Alice and Bob, which courses they are enrolled, and the name of the instructor. So the next join we are going to cover is the left join. Left join. And what it actually do is it returns all the rows from the left table. From the left table. And if there is like no match on the right side, then it will be filled with null. So it you can use like this kind of join when you want to get information about, let's say we have students table. So if we want to know all the students, see all the students enrolled, so we can use this kind of join even if we don't have information about the courses or they are not enrolled to the courses, they'll be filled with null. So let's first see with the query, and then it will be more clear to you. So let's copy this and uh, paste it here. So you see we have select star from students as, which is like it will give information to us for both tables like students table and all the information from courses table as well. So we'll change inner to left join, and rest we can leave as it is, and let's run this. So you see we got all our students, and this is our student ID where that we got from our students table, and this course ID also comes from uh, student ID, a students table, whereas this comes from our course table. And you see we got 103 for Charlie, but we don't have that course in our courses table. That's why it's filled with null. But for Charlie we got 103 course ID. So this is how you can use a left join for your table. So this way you can show all everything that was like present on the left side of the table or table, and which will be related or mapped into the right table, that is our course ID table or courses table. The next type of join we have is a right join. Similar to left join, it kind of shows all the rows from the right side, from the right table. And if there is no similar to left join, if there is no direct mapping on the left side, then it will be filled with null. Null in left table if no direct link. So let's check the query, and it will be more clear after this query to you. So let's run this. So we have the same, only thing we change is left to right. And now this was the output we got from the the left join, and then the right join we expect to get more information, like we'll get information about all three courses, but here we'll be getting null in case we don't have any student enrolled to that course. So let's run this and see what we get. So you see, we got all three courses, like I said, but we don't have any student enrolled to statistics course. So we got null for its student ID, student name, and course ID. But we got course ID from our courses table, name of the subject, and name of the instructor. So this is how you can use right joins. The next join we are going to see is the full outer join. Let's see how it works. So in case of this full outer join, let's write this full outer join. What it do is it returns all the rows, and if there is no direct matching between left table and right table, everything is filled with null. So let's run or write a command for it. So we'll just use the same command and we'll make the changes. So the initial thing, like select star from student S, and will stay the same. Only thing will change is the name of the type of join we want to use. So we'll write full outer join, and then everything else remains same, and we'll use the course ID as our reference. So let's run this. So you see, like I said, we'll get the information about all the, like, whatever data we have. So we have course ID 101, 102, 103, and we have the name of the students. And like you said, the C, we have course ID 104 with no student enrolled to it. So we get all the null values, and Diana is not enrolled to any course. So we get null for everything here as well. And Charlie is enrolled to course ID 103, but we don't have any information about course ID 103. That's why we got null here as well. The last type of join we will be covering today is cross join. So what it actually do is it returns the Cartesian product. That means all possible combination of rows between rows, students and courses tables, and no on condition is required here. So we don't have to like write on course to student dot course id equal to c courses dot course id. So let's write and see how what I exactly mean by like Cartesian product and all. So we'll write, let's copy this, and we'll modify our this query. So we don't need this thing here. So we'll write select star from student S, and then we'll apply cross join, and then we write courses seek. And let's run this query, and you'll see the Cartesian product between both tables. So you see the total possible combinations are like we have 4 students and 3 courses. That means we'll have possible 12 combinations. That is what we are seeing. So we have 12 entries in this table, and this is how you can see like all the 12 combinations between the students table and the course ID table, like how they are connected to one another. And that is our uh, cross join. So today we covered uh, three or four type of course joins, which is inner join, left join, right join, and further join. We also included the fifth join, that is the cross join. So I hope you understood this. I have already created a video on like theory of this kind of joins, so please go and check that too for better understanding on joins. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Software Testing with Ri.